It's almost time, Bonnie. Soon the whole world will know everything you've sacrificed. The role of a lifetime. Oh, when I touch you, I can feel your excitement. It pulses through my flesh. Tomorrow, you'll show the world the truth of what it is that's inside all of us. The truth we bury in illusions of light and shadows. I love you. You all are driving down the street. Who's in the front seat? Passenger side. We all know who's driving.
I think me. I don't want to.
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you take rank socially and...
well,
yeah,
I don't know if Joanne's a backseat kind of person.
I am with my paid drivers. I'm not with my friend drivers.
Get it. Yep.
I want to talk to Hallie most of the time. I'm not talking now. I'm worried about Doritt, but...
You all are driving down. It is the evening in Los Angeles. The sun has set. The sky is a light blue, filled with the haze of thousands and thousands of lights. Joanne and Lamour sitting in the passenger seat. Hallie Stone's souped-up
we're
car.
in Joanne's car.
Joanne's
My car is dead.
Your car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joanne Lamour is sitting in the passenger seat of her car as Hallie Stone drives. Joanne, you look in the reflection of the window, seeing if there's any hint of the black eye that you received at the hands of Joseph Gilks.
Is there?
While helping Doritt disguise, you managed to cover it up pretty well.
Okay.
But it's still tender to the touch. In the back seat is Lewis, the innkeeper from Indio Hills, who has found himself sucked into this incredible mystery involving potentially alien conspiracies and Hollywood high-powered players. And behind Joanne Lamour specifically is Detective Doritt. And he looks in the window and he sees a group of people exiting an alleyway. They're carrying signs. They're wearing robes. Strange looking bunch of people, about 18. And among them, he swears he sees the face of his daughter, the young woman that he's been estranged from for a long time and has only just now realized is in grave danger. The same woman that August Straume was told that you all needed to find. Doritt, what do? You see a face in the crowd and you swear it was her.
Stop the car. Stop the car right now.
What's the street like? Is it busy?
Yeah, it's a 2-lane, just a regular street,
All right.
regular traffic.
Now, sir, I can't just stop this car in the middle of the road. What are you looking at?
I'm going to leap out of the window if you don't stop this car right now.
Okay, I swerve over to the shoulder and I put the brakes on.
Yeah, I leap out of the back seat and start running towards this crowd. And as I'm getting closer, I start to stop thinking so emotionally and try and slow down and approach and see what this group is doing before I get too much closer.
You slow down, and you all, Joanne and Hallie, you look out the back door where Doritt has hit the sidewalk, and you're on this street that has a lot of windows for businesses. It's it's a shopping district. So there's a lot of retail stores. And you too see a group of people standing around, and they're holding up signs. A couple of them are holding up signs. You see Doritt pushing deeper into this group of people.
What did the sign say again?
Last week I said that Doritt saw a sign that said, "The shadows on the wall watch you."
Oh, right. You said that in a way that's not what I see right now.
That's not what you see. You see signs that say wisdom, knowledge, faith, love.
That's it? Just those words?
You also see another sign that says Venta. Venta.
Does it look like they're protesting something, or does it look like they're like trying to spread, some type of knowledge?
So what you see, Doritt, when you get in there,
yeah,
you're looking around for your daughter.
Yeah.
And you see these faces, and there are all the men in the group. It's a mix of men and women, and all the men are growing beards out, and their hair is starting to get really long, which during the 1950s, this is crazy. You don't see that very often, but they're starting to grow. Some of them are in different stages of beardness, and they are looking at you, and I need you to make a sanity roll.
87. No bueno.
You're looking at their faces, and they're wearing these long robes. All the women are dressed similarly in these same robes, and you start seeing their faces shimmer, and you see Bonnie. When you look again, their faces change, and there's somebody else, and you're going to lose.
So I'm going to start getting closer and closer and trying to catch the eye of Bonnie. Is there anyone that even looks like Bonnie, or when I'm looking at them close, do none of them even resemble her?
Each person looks completely different.
Yeah.
But when you look in their eyes, you can see her eyes, little details, the dimple in her cheeks. Those are her dimples. And I need you to make, because you lost 5 sanity points, I need you to make an intelligence roll.
And it's the one that's better to fail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 53. That's a failure.
All right, so that's fine. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know. You're an idiot. You don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand what I'm saying.
The weight of this madness, you don't understand it on a deeper level.
Yeah.
And you just see pieces of your daughter in these people.
You're saying it almost feels like it's a shifting of light, almost, where it looks like her and then it's gone. It's not like
they'll pass behind a light pole or something in the shadow. You'll see what you thought was there isn't there anymore. Blonde eyebrows become brown, blue eyes become green.
I'll just kind of start approaching them faster, and I'm just gonna grab one of the guys that's closest to grab him by his shirt and just say, "Where's Bonnie? Please tell me, where is she?"
And he puts his hands around you and pulls you close in an embrace, and he says, "You look so lost, brother.
I just need to find her. She's in here, right? I saw."
We can help you find anything you need to find.
What does it mean about the shadows?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You look up at the signs, and now you see, instead of the shadows watch you, the shadows on the wall are watching you. You see wisdom, knowledge, faith, love.
I go to the woman next to him, and I grab her by the shoulders and like, "Do you know where Bonnie is? Have you seen her? Please tell me she was here."
I'm sorry, I don't know. And she looks she's not cool with you getting into her space so tight, and she's a little scared. And like I said, there's 18 people, and they're starting to get a little tighter around you. And you two in the car, Joanne, Hallie, you're watching this get a little heavy, and you all probably know who this group is. It is a group, a religious group called the Fountain of the World. And they are, ostensibly, they're a cult out of the Simi Valley. The Simi Valley is an area north of Malibu. And sometimes they come into town. And it's usually around the time that they're in need of some money or food or many of the other things that cults run out of from time to time.
I'm going to start kind of wading into the middle of the group, trying to make eye contact with every face and start just calling kind of loudly, like, Bonnie, it's me, I'm here. Where are you?
And we see him in this group, you said. Like,
Yeah.
he went into this group. We see him kind of grabbing people.
He's losing his damn mind.
I'm gonna get out of the car.
Miss, where are you going?
If he thinks he saw Bonnie, then we should... Ugh. And I just walk off towards the group.
When you start to walk off towards the group, you can see that they have converged on Doritt, and they are putting their hands on his shoulders. And as he yells for Bonnie, they yell for Bonnie in a sharing of his pain.
Murphy, Mr. Doritt.
I start getting bewildered by them, like, also calling her name, and I grab one of the men next to me in this group. I say, "Are you mocking me? What is this? Are you one of them? What are you?"
We only look to spread love.
No, that's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. You were holding something about the shadows, the shadows, and I saw her. She was here.
Murphy, we have to go.
She was here. I saw her.
I understand, but we have to go.
I kind of sheepishly walk towards her.
You separate yourself from the cult, and one of them says, "If you need direction, find us. We can help you." And you pull away from them, find that separation, and you and Joanne Lamour are standing in front of a display window of a shop. In this display window are about 15 televisions of different sizes stacked on top of each other, all showing the same program.
Which is?
You don't pay it any attention until all of the TVs blink and you see a standby graphic on the television. And you can hear the TVs through the window. And you hear this beep, this droning tone. And you both, it's cutting through the chaos of the moment. You all turn towards the television. This only lasts for a moment, enough to get your attention. And then on the TV is Howard Prince.
I turn to Joanne and do you see him? Do you see him?
Yes. It's, Howard Prince.
Okay.
He's got a large grin on his face. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to tell you all that tomorrow night you need to make an appointment to be in front of your TVs at 8 o'clock. Because at 8 o'clock, we're going to be showing you a film unlike any you've ever seen before. I assure you that when you see this film, your lives are going to be changed for the better. This is not mere entertainment. This is a happening. Don't miss it. You don't want to be in the dark tomorrow night. See you then." And the televisions blink to standby before going back to their regularly scheduled programming. It's a boxing match.
I holler at you from the car. What are y'all staring at out there? Get back in the car.
I grab Doritt without saying anything and get back to the car.
I look behind me as we're crossing the street to make sure the signs haven't changed again.
No. You must have been mistaken.
I saw her in there. She was there, and the signs, they changed. Oh, what's happening?
I don't know what to say to you, sir, about those changing signs or whatever, but you can't just go accosting a group of people on the side of the street.
My girl's missing. You're not a parent. You understand what that's like. I didn't understand what it would be like until it happened, but I can't be a person again until I know she's okay. And I think it's getting the best of me. People have called me crazy a lot, but I'm worried that I'm losing touch with something. I'm worried that I'm losing my feet here.
Can I reach? I want to reach around, and I'm going to grab you by the collar just a little bit. I'm gonna say, now, sir, I don't want you to be offended here by anything I'm about to say, but I need you to get a grip. You're not doing yourself or Bonnie any good getting yourself in danger out there. We're on our way to find her, and if you go running off by yourself in a crowd of people that could do you harm, what is Bonnie going to do without your help? You tell me that. You tell me that right now.
Haley's right. You really need to listen to us. If you see something, just tell us, all right? You can't just say pull over and no questions asked. There are no unanswered questions here. Do we all agree?
We got to work together.
I know. I just didn't want her to run away. I was afraid that, a single moment could have cost me finding her, and I'm sorry. I think I haven't slept. I think I'm,
Haley, Lewis, there was an announcement on the televisions over there in the shop.
What sort of announcement?
Howard Prince said that they were going to be showing a very special film tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
That's got to be it, right? It sounds like it's got to be Leonard Kemp's film, right?
You said he made that announcement right now?
Right now.
Well, he must be live in the studio then, ain't he? Seatbelts on.
And you start to drive down the boulevard, making your way to KTLU studios.
So, we know he has the film then, huh? What do you think the play is?
We don't know that. He could be showing any film tomorrow night. He could be showing The Lucky Bachelor tomorrow night.
It didn't sound like The Lucky Bachelor. He acted like it was something that was gonna change people that watched it.
A lot of artists feel that way, and a lot of producers sell it that way. We can't assume, but we're going to the right place, aren't we? To find out for sure, right?
It all points to Howard Prince.
You all are pulling up to KTLU television studio. It's a big compound. You know that they film the news here. You know that they film certain studio productions here, game shows, that kind of stuff. It's a pretty big operation. It's a big building, and it is fenced in. It is on lockdown. There is a security place. You can't just pull up and walk in. So there is a drive that goes to a gate where somebody is standing guard. And you can see all the lights are on in the studio. They still have a few hours left before the evening is over and the programming day is done.
Let me do the talking.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I nod.
Lewis nods. So you all pull up to the gate, and the guard flags you all down, and Hallie Stone rolls down the window, and he looks in. Can I help you all tonight?
Yes, I'm here to see Leonard Kemp.
Leonard Kemp?
Yes. He was supposed to be here dropping off a movie to Howard Prince. I'm Joanne Lamour.
Gee Willikers, you are Joanne Lamour. God.
I grin and give him a big smile.
Give me a luck roll to determine whether or not this guy has a total boner for Joanne Lamour.
He's about to, because I got charm out the wazoo.
This is just to see if he's just like, I grew up watching your shit.
60, and it was supposed to be a 69.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. All right.
So yes, actually an actual boner.
Yeah. No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
That would be called a hard success. I'm sorry.
That was a hard success. All right. Good one.
It was a good one.
That stays in the show. That kind of material sticks around. So this guy goes, oh, gee willikers, you are Joanne Lamour. Holy shnikes. Holy cow. That's a better word. Holy cow, Joanne Lamour. I loved all your films.
Oh, really? What's your name?
Good question. My name is Milhouse.
Milhouse. Nice to meet you, Milhouse. Yes, so Mr. Kemp isn't here.
Not that I know of, but you're wanting to, you have a meeting or an appointment? I can check the books, see.
He and I were supposed to meet with Mr. Prince tomorrow night about the movie tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. I just heard about that. People are starting to talk about it around the studio. Something big's coming tomorrow. They printed programming. The big guy says that it's supposed to be a big deal, I guess, but they say that about everything, you know. But,
I know. I was just joking about that. And I mean, it is. It's going to be great. I'm so excited about it, but I don't know what to do if Mr. Kemp isn't here. Or do you think he's on set or? Gosh,
I'm trying to recall a Leonard Kemp, and I don't. Hang on a second. Let me just check my books real quick, and we'll get this all straightened out, Miss Lamour.
Or would there be an Art Berman who's the producer, or?
Oh, Art Berman's here now.
Oh, Art. See, it's Art's film. He produced it. Yes, I'll go meet with Art.
Oh, all right. You can use your charm now.
I can use my charm now. Okay. Please don't fuck up. Please be charming.
You got this.
11. That is a success. That might be a big. Yeah, that's an extreme success.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
You got an extreme success. He's gonna let you in. Do you want anything else from this? From Milhouse?
Oh, with an extreme success, could I? I'll ask about two things that might be an option. One, to ask exactly where Art is, so I can be directed. And two, could he maybe call ahead to whoever's at the front to let them know that I've arrived to meet with Mr. Berman, and that.
You sure you want to do that?
How far away is it?
What, the drive?
Yeah.
To the parking lot, to the studio?
Yeah. To get to the front door.
It's a big parking lot.
I just want to make sure I'm let into the front door.
Right. So the only reason I'm asking is because I saw Tara make a face, which is,
and I get it.
I don't want this to turn into David gets a stealth roll and then uses the stealth roll to get a mop and mops the floor.
Okay, so I guess that's the question is once I'm let in, am I let in, or am I going to have to go through all the rigmarole again?
To do this again, right? That's what you're worried about.
Yes.
So I guess that's the question, right? Somebody's going to ask you when they get there. So you have the right idea, which is have your security guard get your credentials, get ready, locked in at the front desk, so you don't have to do this shit again. Yes. You could do that.
Okay.
But that also means that there's somebody else who's going to be like, Joanne Lamour's here.
Okay.
So do you really want to do that? Yes. You can have it if you want. You want to do it?
Yes.
He says, let me call Janine at the front desk and I'll make sure everything's all ready for you guys. Then now he's starting to look at the rest of the car. And you don't want him to look at the rest of the car.
All right. Thank you so much, Milhouse. And Haley, let's get going.
Yeah. All right. You all, I'll call ahead to Janine and have it taken care of. You just drive up there, and it's going to be door C. It's got a big C on the front of it.
Thank you.
Hey, on the way out, would you mind signing something for me? I'll get it all ready for you on the way out. I don't want to interrupt your time with Mr. Berman or whatever, but I think I'd really like it.
Of course.
My family. I see a lot of people come through here, and I don't get too starstruck sometimes, to be honest with you. Some of the folks who do TV, I mean, I'm not too impressed with, but you're a movie star, you know?
Oh, Milhouse.
It still means something to me.
Thank you. That means something to me. I would be happy to sign anything for you on the way out.
Thanks. And he pulls away to go into his little hut where he's going to make a phone call. And you all are waved in to drive through.
Hurry, I don't want them to make too many phone calls.
Well, you guys were awful friendly, says Lewis from the back seat.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, you were awfully charming and that guy was awfully into you. I mean, it was pretty obvious from back here.
Lewis. And I reach back and I take him. You're beginning to sound like my first husband, Harold.
Hello again, dear listeners. It's Jay, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I'm stepping in for the briefest of moments to inform you on how you can show your appreciation for the work we're doing here at Out of Depth. One way you can help out is to just recommend the show to friends and strangers. Our goal is to get our stories out to as many ears as we can, so word of mouth is huge for us. Recommending the show to your friends or leaving a review at whatever site you're listening to us at, that goes a long way to helping us find and build our audience. But Jay, you may say, can't I just give you a small fraction of my expendable income? How do I get it from my pocket to yours? Well, you can go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe at any tier you feel comfortable with for as long as you would like to. Our patrons get all kinds of behind-the-scenes info on the work that we do here at Out of Depth. They also get first view of our raw recording videos for each episode of the show, and they get exclusive access to our post-season Q&A where we, the cast, discuss the story and why we made the terrible decisions that we did. So if you want that kind of access to us, you're only going to get that at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. That money helps us pay for artists and collaborators and expands our ability to create fun stories for you to enjoy. We don't do ads or paid endorsements of games, which means support from our listeners like you is absolutely vital to our growth. If you want to be a part of that, you can do it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Thank you so much. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show and see what dark shadows our investigators will step into next. So you guys pull away from Millhouse and you drive the car around the side of this large building. You find an empty space. You back the car into it. You're facing the building. And when you kill the engine, there's a moment of tense silence as you all realize now you have to go into this building. The first person to break that silence is Hallie Stone.
Do I just leave the car here, or?
I mean, unless you'd like to stay and keep the motor running.
I don't much like the idea of y'all being in there by yourselves, but I also can see how it might be a good idea for me to wait in case you need to make a quick getaway. I don't know.
It's up to you. And I step out.
I open my car door and step out and start walking with Joanne.
It's the middle of the day.
Night.
No.
It's the night. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
There's only a couple more hours, so it's not like it's going to be busy.
Right. There's plenty of parking spots. I mean, it's most of the people who work here are done for the day. It's just the last crew and the people who really burn the midnight oil. The news people, the people who do the news late at night, those people would be here. Lewis is in the back seat and he looks at you through the rearview mirror and he says, "You want to go? I mean, I could watch the car."
You sure about that?
I mean, if you don't mind, I want to go because I don't want anything to happen to Miss Lamour. But I mean, based on what I saw on that road with you and that fella you guys were being chased down by and what you did, truth of the matter is you might be better suited to protect her than me.
You know what? It's just a car. Can I, like, whip it around and like, back it into the closest parking space and just, like, lock it up and we're leaving? Come on, Lewis. We're going.
We're all going in?
All of us. We're a team.
You all close the door. You've cleaned up at Joanne's house so you don't look as bad as you did earlier today when you saw Art Berman and Ari Goodrich at the Goodrich Studios lot. But you still carry with you some of the pain from your exploits Joanne's sore face and Hallie Stone's hip from falling out of a car. You open the door, and you're met with this very bright white hallway, and there are colorful patterns painted on the wall, oranges and greens and reds and blues. And there's a very cheery woman at the front desk who stands up and says, I thought he was having a joke. I really did. But that's you, sure as the day is long. That's Joanne Lamour.
Hello.
What can I do for you? He told me you guys were coming.
I need to, if you could point me in the direction of Art Berman.
Ooh, well, Art Berman met with Mr. Prince.
Mm-hmm.
They're expecting you?
Yes.
Okay. That's what Milhouse said. And I mean, if he says it, he's kind of, oh, sorry. It's, I'm wasting your all's time. Just go ahead and head down that hallway, make a left, and then a right, and then another left on the second hallway, and you will be halfway there. Take it. I'm kidding. She gives you all, she lays out a map, and she says, sometimes I get a little lost going down these hallways. So I will go ahead and I'll let you guys borrow this if you want to. I need you to return it, please.
Oh yes, of course.
And she makes a circle on the map, and she says, just follow this. We're here, and it's not too far into the building, but like I said, it's a big place, and I've got turned around once or twice myself. Well, here you go. And she hands you the map.
Thank you so much, Janine. Such a dear.
Wow.
And I start taking off.
Okay. You guys start walking down this hallway.
Following the map.
Following the map. Is there anything you're trying to achieve while you're here besides just go meet Art Berman?
One,
what
getting
is
out
the
of
actual
earshot.
goal here?
Yes. The actual goal is to, one, getting out of earshot. The actual goal, guys, is to stop this movie or find it or something.
Yeah. So I think finding out where they might store films would be very important. And also, potentially meeting Howard Prince as well.
Are there dressing rooms here too? Would there be like actors still in the building?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's certainly the news crew. There's potentially places like a prop area for. There's a popular children's show that films here. There might be costumes there. Maybe.
It's just I almost wonder if we should also like just keep an eye out to like what is around where for if we need to come back and sabotage the stream. Like where would it be easiest to hide and things like that. I feel like a dressing room would be an easy enough place to be like, I don't know, especially with Joanne, get into. Just a thought. Just something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
So we want to look on the map for, I mean, she pointed out where Art and Howard Prince are. But I think we all kind of stop and look, just kind of like looking like, oh, where are we? Have we gotten turned around?
You pass by a glass door and you can see a control room where they're all facing and looking at monitors. And you can see through a window the news studio where the evening news is currently being taped, being broadcast.
Well, that's an important room. What do you all think?
Hallie, what if you tried to track down and see if you could find this film? I feel like Joanne and I should go and see Berman and Prince.
Louis says I can go with Hallie Stone. We can look for it.
I think 2 teams with 2 objectives makes sense.
I should warn you, I'm not very sneaky, but I'll do my best. I had a bit of an issue last time, but I'm sure I have learned. I must have learned my lesson. I'm going to be better this time.
I may or may not have increased my skills.
Did I? I actually don't think I did, because I failed that check. We're going to increase it this time. We're going to make it. Anyway, ignore me. Okay.
Mr. Doritt, maybe you shouldn't be the one to go with me. Maybe you should be the one to search for where the film is. Is there a reason you want to see Mr. Prince?
He's just the one that I think might have answers. I want to look him in his eye. I want to I want to find the truth. But you don't trust me, do you?
No, that's not it at all. I just know that Howard Prince knows you.
You don't think the disguise is good enough?
Hmm.
I don't think he'll recognize me. I was more of a headline for him than someone he had to deal with much in person.
Well, how about this? I would need you to actually play your part. No funny business. No, you are my security guard until anything goes down. And once it goes down, then you can help. But I want you to let me do the talking. If you can promise me that, then yes, you can come.
Can you find some way to ask him about Bonnie?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be the fly on the wall.
Let's go. Good luck. I
Who's
say to
taking the
Lewis.
map?
I think she said it's not far from me. I think I'm leaving that with Haley and
Yeah, I think Haley should have it. Yeah.
If things go wrong, where will we rendezvous? We can't consider the car a safe place. We should meet at, can I just name a diner that's like down the road someplace?
Yeah, if someone needs to leave quicker. Well, Haley's got the car keys, so if we need to make a quick exit, we can't.
I'm just saying, if you have to get out, go there. And, if things start to go south, we'll just try to meet. I don't know if we can count on the car. Go to the car first, but if the car isn't there for whatever reason, or if it's compromised.
Understood.
There's a diner not too far. They're open all night. Called Donnie's Luau. It's a Hawaiian themed diner.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Donnie's Luau.
Yep. A lot of tiki stuff.
All right.
And Donnie is Hawaiian. The guy who owns it. A big Hawaiian guy. It's a good guy. Donnie.
We know where our epilogue will go if we end up.
I know. I'm like, do you need us to interrupt you? I'm not sure what to say.
I just miss Donnie sometimes.
Okay.
Anyway, so Hallie Stone gets the map with Lewis. They're going to go look around. Joanne, you feel like you memorized the path on the map similar to how you would memorize lines in your script. And you and Murphy Doritt start walking down the hallway. Murphy playing security guard, trailing about a foot, 2 feet behind you. Lewis and Hallie Stone look down at the map, and he goes, okay, where would they keep a movie?
Do I know?
Oh, that's a good point. As a stunt driver on sets and stuff.
I kind of feel like...
Do you call Joanne Lamour
Could
back?
I? Oh, here's a weird stat that I dumped numbers into that I haven't been able to use yet. Can I finagle this to convince you to let me use
Let's find out.
my library use skill to read the map key and understand which parts might be related to movie storage and or projection?
I see
Yeah.
it.
No, that's not the worst. That's just good enough of an excuse to use library skill.
Yes.
I will allow it.
Amazing. It's not that great. It's just a 50. It's just like
That's good. It's a 50-50.
It's good, right?
It's better than
Cthulhu. It's good.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I rolled a 40.
There you go. 40. You look at it and you can see on the map, you see some different studio areas where they're filming, where they record. There's 3 large ones. And then towards the back of the building, there is an area for tape storage. And that seems like...
We should start there.
Yeah, good start.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess we're going to go there.
It's as good a place as any.
Let me think of who I want to start with. The last time we played this game.
Oh, that's right. Now, the last time you played this game, you rolled the dice and you didn't have any frame of reference for what you were rolling was supposed to be. So.
That stayed in the episode 2. Gail team is 1 or odds, and Tara team is evens. Haley and Lewis, you all start going down a hallway, and you're passing all these doors. They're offices, sales offices, ad sales, secretary sales, and you find a stairwell that leads down, and a lot of the tape storage is kept in a basement, a sub-level.
Let's go.
You get there, and there is a guy at a desk, and he is He's got a hat on and a newspaper, and he chuckles to himself. And you can see that he's reading the comics on the back of the newspaper. The radio is on very low to where you can almost not hear it. But you can tell he's maybe having like enjoying himself in the final hours. And maybe he doesn't get very busy back here, particularly at night. And he looks up and he squints his eyes. He's got very bushy eyebrows. Some of the hair, like there's 4 or 5 hairs in each eyebrow that grow way too long. They've curled around. And he's an older guy. They're white eyebrows. And, oh, can I help you?
I sure hope so, sir. Good evening. I just came from a meeting with Art Berman and Joanne Lamour, and they were talking with Mr. Prince about whatever it is film that y'all are showing tomorrow night. And Miss Lamour had a bit of a fit, and she did not believe Art that the film had made it safely here, and she demanded to lay her eyes on that. Do you mind helping me? She's in a bit of a tear at the moment. I think it's the only thing that will calm her down.
Joanne Lamour. I used to watch her pictures when they were silent.
She's really something, isn't she?
Yeah, big star.
I'm sure you can imagine how she might be.
You're telling me that this big movie that everybody's talking about airing tomorrow night's just a Joanne Lamour movie?
It might be. To be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it. She's been very tight-lipped about the whole process.
Kind of disappointed. Like lipstick on a pig, isn't it?
Oh!
He said it was going to be a happening. They're trotting out that old chestnut.
Well, you know how filmmakers are. They think everything that they make is highfalutin art, and then everybody's going to be changed by watching it, you know.
Oh, I'll say we had a fella come in here just the other day. Said he was some kind of filmmaker. Creepy little kid. Glasses, blonde hair. Looked like he hadn't bathed in a while. I could smell it on him. Sour smell. Didn't care for it much. I'm into basic hygiene.
I can tell that, sir.
Let me tell you, if you and your fella friend here, you all had come in here reeking of the outdoors and body odor, I'd send you right back out. That's my prerogative. But they told me I had to treat this guy with respect. What was it you said you wanted again?
Well, do you know, is that film being kept here? Do you have it down here? Miss Lamour just really wants to lay her eyes on it.
Oh, yes, the Lamour film. Yes. No, you need to make a social roll to see if you can get this guy to. What do you got? Do you have a fast talk? Do you have a what are the other ones? Persuasion, intimidate. Do you want to listen here, old man? You're going to tell me where that movie is?
You give me that film and you give it now.
I'm going to burn this place
Roll?
down. You got You're going to just knock the shit out of this guy?
He's just like, so what did you want to get? And she just punches him.
She'd really just like to drive the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'd like to.
could I finagle it so that
It's like I'm
the conversation.
physically fighting these words.
No, I literally didn't put any points into any social skills except for listening. So unless you would let me just listen to this man talk about his prerogative until he decides he likes me, I'm probably just gonna have to.
Joanne and Murphy leave. We're like,
roll
where
listening.
the hell is she?
Roll your listening.
For real?
Yeah, just roll it.
Oh no, I failed.
Are you paying attention?
I am, sir. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Miss Lamour. She is really having herself a fit. I don't know that she'll be able to sleep tonight.
Young people your age, you're just only thinking about yourselves. I'm trying to tell you about what's wrong with this world. People not bathing.
No, you're right. That is, and do you know what I heard? I heard Mr. Prince himself tell us on the television when they shared the last happening. Did you remember this? The house in the middle? That was powerful stuff. That man who you saw was dirty and all that. He will get what is coming to him. If and when we are attacked, that man is going to have himself a hard time. You are so right that cleanliness itself is next to godliness. You know, they say that.
I was absolutely enraptured by that video.
Wasn't it something?
It was something. That was such a good callback.
Could I have advantage on my fucking persuasion?
You don't even have to roll. That was so good.
Amazing.
Your character may not be a good listener, but Tara is.
I am.
That was beautiful, actually.
Nice.
You say that, and he says, that was just the other night. And I just thought that was from God's mouth to our ears, you know?
I do.
The movie you're looking for, whatever this kid brought in, the stinky kid, they're keeping it in a special screening room. I see you got a map there.
I do, yes. Could you point it out for me?
Absolutely. They've got it set up in there. You'll find it there.
Why, thank you, sir.
Maybe you could get Miss Lamour to watch it and see if it's worth the time. I'd love to know if it's even worth watching, because I'd set the appointment like the man said, and if it's just a Joanne Lamour movie, I mean, it better be a darn good movie.
I'll be sure to let you know. I'll come down here and check in once I've been able to sneak a peek myself.
Well, I'm going to sit here and wait for you until you come back, as long as it takes. All the people.
You got lots of people waiting on us.
Every one of them. I'm trying to get every one of them to have a reason for you to come back. 3 for 3.
Wait, who's the third? Janine didn't ask for anything.
She needs her map back.
Oh,
yeah.
she needs her map back.
Yeah.
Does she need it?
Let's bitch her map.
She did say that she gets lost.
All right, let me make a
she
list.
She needs the map.
Millhouse
she
autograph.
Might be wandering out there somewhere on her own right now.
You all walked off and she's at her desk, and then as soon as you leave, she's like, "Oh, don't know where I am."
Oh, I need to use the restroom. No idea where that is. No idea where that is.
Oh boy.
That's funnier than as any right being. Okay, anyway. Let's go to that room that he pointed out. That'd be fun.
All right, while you guys are doing that, Joanne, Lamour, and Murphy Doritt are walking down the hallway, and you find yourself in a reception area, or about to enter a reception area where there is presumably Howard Prince's receptionist.
Is his receptionist there?
Oh, yeah. You see across the room, at the end of this hallway, across this reception room, glass door, Howard Prince painted on the door, gold letters, black outline.
I pull Murphy aside for a second, out of sight of the receptionist. Okay, can you get the receptionist away, do you think?
Come again?
I want to listen and hear what they're saying in there first. Maybe if I distract her, can you sneak up and listen?
Of course. Gonna use your starlit ways?
I'll try. If it doesn't work, we go in as if I am a friend, and I'm going to remain a friend for as long as I can. Do you understand?
Of course.
That doesn't mean that I trust them. All right. And I walk up to the receptionist desk.
You walk in, and there's a receptionist sitting there. She is a large woman in her late 40s or early 50s, somewhere in there. She's got her hair is pulled up in a bun. She's a very stern woman, white, gray streaks running through her hair. Even though she's very plump in figure, her face has very stark features, hard-edged features, intense cheekbones, as if she's like lost a lot of weight in just her face. And she looks at you as you come in. and only gives you a cursory glance. Yes.
Miss, is Mr. Berman in with Mr. Prince?
Yes, he is.
I need to speak with him at once. It's about the film. The
I'm
Goodrich
sorry.
film.
I don't have anybody else on the books today.
I understand that. I'm a friend of Art's. R.A. Goodrich is going to sue if you all show that film tomorrow night. I was trying to let him know.
Mr. Prince does not like to be interrupted.
That's fine. Can I wait here for Mr. Berman?
And so while you're doing this, having this conversation, you are attempting to hold her attention while Murphy slides up to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay, so is the room situated in such a way where I could walk behind her? Or
So I need a couple things to happen. I need Gail to pass maybe a fast talk or a charm to get this person's attention.
Can I do charm? It's a little bit better than a fast talk. Okay. That's so close. I'm gonna spend some luck.
Okay. What did you roll?
It's 5 off. I rolled a 70, but my charm's a 65.
All right, so you spend the necessary luck to get over there. David, do you happen to have any type of stealth?
Stealth is a stat.
Sure don't. I have the base 20.
That's what I have too. Is Haley the same? We're all not stealthy.
I'm really great at disguising. I'm just going to pretend to be a potted plant.
Stop!
You put a cardboard box on top of you and you snake your way up to the story.
Right. I love that. What if we did grab a cardboard box and I set it? Oh, let me set this down, and now he's.
Right. I'm not going to make you do stealth because she succeeded in the charm, and her whole point of the charm is to get this person's attention focused on her.
Right.
So you sneak up, kind of slide up to the door, and you have your back to the door, so that you're always facing towards Lamour and this receptionist. But you gently, quietly keep stepping a little closer to the door, moving backwards so that you can roll listen, and you're going to try and do better than Hallie Stone did.
Yeah, sure am. Even though our stats are identical on that one, meaning we didn't put anything into it.
50?
Oh, I put something into listen.
Oh, never mind.
Listen.
Yeah, that. No, I didn't put anything into listen.
Oh, shite.
So we'll see how this
You guys
I have the same stat as Haley.
You can tell that the teams are not optimized.
No.
We're
just people.
We did not min-max these characters. No.
Yeah. All right.
We're just actors, man.
It's just it's just time to roll well. It's just time.
All right, man. All right, let's do it.
17.
Get
no
out
joke.
Of here.
17.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believed.
All right. You back up close, and you can hear a conversation happening between Art Berman and Howard Prince. And the voice you hear is Art Berman. And he says, "Listen, Howard, I'm the one who wrote up the contract, okay? You're not going to have anything to worry about." And Howard says, "I don't have anything to worry about. I know that, and the contract doesn't mean anything. After tomorrow, the box will be open. The cat will be out of the bag. And it doesn't matter what R.A. Goodrich wants to do. Because if he's watching television that night, he'll be changed just like everybody else." And Art chuckles and he says, "I don't know. R.A. has seen a lot of movies, so I don't know. He's a little cynical. I don't think your picture's going to have that much of an effect on him." And Howard says, "We'll see. We'll see about that. I think that after tomorrow, people will realize that television is the future. More than the future. Television is the reality." And Art lets out a sigh and another laugh, and you're getting the impression that Art's a little uncomfortable or trying to maneuver into this conversation in a way that they're maybe not on the same page. And he says, "Well, I guess I'll just watch it like everybody else. And who knows? Maybe it'll be the hit we've been looking for. I know Leonard has been speaking very highly of it. I don't really understand, but I've always had trouble understanding these artist types. But if you say it's good, you've seen it, right? And Howard says, oh yeah, I've watched it. It's everything Leonard says it is. And there's an awkward pause. And Art Berman, you can hear him getting up from his chair. And he says, well, keep an eye out. That fucking lunatic has somehow gotten in touch with Joanne Lamour. And I think he's got her and a couple of other people, her goddamn driver, and on some kind of madness looking for that Bonnie, the Hunsacker girl. Turns out that guy, that Doritt, you're not even going to believe this. That's Bonnie's dad. Can you believe it? Because I can't. But they're hell-bent on finding something. Joanne, she's getting up there in years, and I think she's just bought into whatever nonsense these people are doing. She was listening to some spiritualist the other night at a party, and now this guy with the UFO guy. Like, just be careful, okay? They almost killed Moses Mayhew. And Howard Prince says, I'm not worried. They can't touch me. Something happens to me, I'll never see his daughter again. And you hear the footsteps of Art Berman coming closer to the door.
I'm going to try and kind of get to a corner near the door, just like I'm standing watch, observing her, but not so that they would have any suspicion that I would be close enough to listen to the door.
You hear the door, the knob turn. Joanne Lamour, who is in middle of this conversation with this receptionist getting her attention, she hears the door knob turn. And Joanne, you turn back towards Murphy Doritt, and Art Berman is standing in the doorway. Fucking Joanne.
Art. R.A. knows. He's going to sue Mr. Prince. You can expect lawyers here in the morning. They're going to seize the film.
Oh, Joanne, what are we going to do with you? And Howard Prince, you see his hand grab a hold of Art Berman's shoulder as he steps into the room. And he looks at you and smiles. And he says, I think we should watch a movie. Meanwhile, Hallie Stone and Lewis have gone down to the screening room that the security guard pointed them out to. There's a glass pane that's frosted glass, and you can tell that there's a light on in the room, but it's flickering as though there's a lot of movement. You see shadow, light. Something's going on the other side.
Can I hear any sounds?
Would you like to make a listening roll?
I would love to. I'm gonna try. Oh, I rolled a 57 over 50. I'm gonna go ahead and spend some luck on that.
Yeah, there's only a couple episodes left. Fuck that luck.
Yeah, fuck my luck. I'm only down to 40 now. So I spend the 7 luck and I'm down to 40, so.
Yeah. Press your ear to the glass. And on the other side of the door, you can hear the sound of wet flesh, entangled and writhing and moaning. And you hear a voice say, the shadows on the wall see all. Shadows on the wall see everyone. Blessed are we, for we will show the world. He who casts the shadows